Alrighty. Oh, we've got enough chairs. Cool. Yeah. Michelle didn't have a shower this morning, so nobody wants to sit next to Michelle. You did. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, you're too clean for everyone. Welcome everybody to Open Mic Night number 123. We're getting up there. Thank you for all coming out on this cold, daggy little Wednesday night and supporting our little community here. It's always good to see a little crowd embracing and helping our creative community keep going through the years. It's been going like 12 or 13 years now, so we're very proud of what we've kind of grown and nurtured throughout the time. It's great to see a good crowd, but I'm kind of guessing that not many of you will turn up next month. There's a very special reason, because I won't be here. Yay. How many days, Sue? 16 days until I'll be away in Europe, sorry.
What are you doing, Sue?
I'm going to.
Yeah. So we're having a little breakaway, and
Can we get your face on the screen there?
Yeah, that's nice.
well, that's what Sue said. Oh, we should FaceTime in. I said, yeah, it'd be like 4 a.m. Italy, going hello. Yeah, just no. I dress up in a tux, and me and Paul can stand next to each other. Yeah. I will have to miss the next month, unfortunately. Les, I gave him the option of we could have a skip a month, because it is a bit of work, kind of setting it up and putting it on and getting all the stuff and whatever. Yeah. I always said I'm going to come back from Europe and there'll just be like an empty block of land here and it'll just be gone, But he's said he's keen to put it on for you guys, so please come and for the September one. Don't miss me too much, and have some fun while I'm away. I'll check out, I don't know if, I haven't even talked to Les about, we're going to video it, who's going to do it, all that kind of stuff. So we'll work it out. So yeah, I think we should get into it. So Les, if you'll take over.
I know what the issue is. You're the one who's got to fly back, set up the chairs and fly back to Italy. What are we doing time-wise, Kev? 4 minutes as usual?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, who's got the bell? Who has the bell? Give it to Jesse or Tess or Joss. Give it to Vesna. Give it to... Jessie was really cold-blooded on Monday when she said she wanted to do it.
Who is it?
Jessie. So you got 4 minutes. At 3 minutes 30, you'll hear. That means you have 30 seconds left, and at 4 minutes, you will hear. Now that doesn't mean you have to leave straight away. You don't have to finish the line, the word, and just get off here. You can finish the line, you can finish the paragraph, but please don't feel free to finish the next 3-4 pages, because at 4 minutes 30 you'll hear this. Keep going. Louder, harder. And if you're still here, I'm going to get up and just push you off the stage. But thank you for coming. If you have phones, please turn them to silent. If you're of a mind, please check into Busybird Publishing. I am going to start with someone who made a change here. Kylie, poetry, some matters baby. Is that what? Some mothers. That's the worst TH I've ever seen. Please welcome Kylie Baker.
First, I was not ready for first, Liz. Is this good? Yep. Some woman's baby. That poor boy with a knife in his back is some woman's precious child. He bleeds his mother's blood and calls her name. That baby girl penetrated by evil, her innocence stolen and ravaged. She was a virgin under God and fought in vain. Those men with guns were once just sons, Boys with knives, bribed with promises of wives and rich lives, whose mothers paid the ultimate sacrifice. They are their mother's precious flesh, the birthing pains, the bond that only God could have created. What does a woman do when every part of her is taken, love ripped away? She dies inside, for Satan lied and filled the world with fear and chilling calls for hatred. That's that one. And this one is not mine. This is by Ella Wheeler Wilcox. And once again, it's like this old dingy book that I found at Savers or somewhere, which I love because it was printed in 1907. And it's called Answered Prayers. I prayed for riches and achieved success. All that I touched turned into gold. Alas, my cares were greater and my peace was less. When that wish came to pass, I prayed for glory and I heard my name sung by sweet children and hoary men. But the hurts that come with fame, I was not happy then. I prayed for love and had my heart's desire. Through quivering heart and body and through brain, there swept the flame of its devouring fire, and but the scars remain. I prayed for a contented mind. At length, great light upon my darkened spirit burst. Great peace fell on me also, and great strength. Oh, had that prayer been first. That's it.
Oh, thank you. So when's your next book coming out, Kylie? Because you're going through a little bit of a I'm not writing anymore because I'm not writing anymore. So how long did that last? Oh. It just needs, then it needs to emerge. It demands attention.
That was a new poem that I just wrote.
There you go. Somebody else has demanded attention and wants to read next is Jessie. I guess it's not Jessie. Steve, I'm a little bit scared to call you up. The title of your stand-up is Person of Colour. Don't give me that cheeky grin. People can't see that. They're going to blame me for this. Everyone, please welcome Steve.
Hello everyone, and yes, I am a person of colour, and in case you're wondering, yeah, this colour is green. Well, it's olive, which is a shade of green, I guess. I guess there's not many other people of colour in here. I guess you're all people of privilege, or pale privilege as I like to say. I guess that's a bit harsh, but I guess if a person who's black can be a person of colour, I suppose a person who's white can be a person of colour, but it doesn't work that way, does it? So the reason I know I'm a person of colour is sometimes when I go out and meet new people, they want to know things like, what's my nationality? And I don't know how to tell them that they're asking the wrong question, but I have to give them the right answer, which of course is Australian. Yes, thank you, Ruja. I am, you are, we all are Australian. Wouldn't that make a great national anthem? Much better than the one we got, which goes something like, I think, Australians all have ostriches, 4 minus 1 is 3. With golden soil and wealth, Virginia, our home is girt by sea. Which is, firstly, where's my ostrich? If we're all going to have ostriches, where's my ostrich? And girt. Has anyone here ever used girt in a conversation? But how would you use the word girt? So my little Jimmy's fallen in the septic. He's girt by shit. Or when we go to the beach, do we say we're going swimming or we're going girting or to be girted? It's a bit odd. But anyway, because I'm Southern European, which gives me my nice olive green complexion, that I get to pass as white. Because on certain apps, like the one time I did try, for a brief period, I tried online dating. And the reason it was a brief period wasn't because it was successful, it was a a huge disaster. So I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, you had options as to how to describe yourself in those sites. A lot of them are American sites. So the first one is, what's your race? And the options were white, black, Hispanic, or Asian. And so there's nothing there that really said Southern European, Eastern Asian, so I picked white. So I was white. So good for me. And the other options, of course, were religion, and you had to choose, Protestant, Christian or Catholic. I think it was Jewish, Hindu, and maybe one other. So of course I am Catholic, so I do identify as Catholic, so I'm a white Catholic. And the third one was politics, yes. So politics, you're either liberal or you're conservative, which of course here liberal means conservative. So, but I had to put down liberal because I am liberal. And so I'm a white liberal Catholic. So probably didn't think that outright, but I'm coming across as Tony Abbott in Donald Trump's body, which is a good thing. So yes, it says I can pass for white, so I'm just waiting for that privilege to kick in, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve. You got any performances coming up? You doing any improv?
Nothing. I'm trying to focus on writing and doing other stuff.
No more game show appearances? You're not going to win us some more sweet money?
No. I'm trying to. I did Santa. I helped Santa last month.
In July? What's his white privilege like?
Pretty high, really.
He's got some elven slaves, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, shouldn't be going there. Jen, you're right there. You have a story. Dolores. Sorry? Oh, I thought it was the surname. Sorry. Okay. Everyone, please welcome Jen.
Go from the light to the dark. My book has been nominated for the People's Choice Awards in the Able Golden Book Awards, so I'm pretty happy about that. And you can vote on Facebook, so please feel free to. And what I'm reading tonight is a continuation of the book I'm writing, and based on Dolores's attempted murder. This chapter is called Fury. "The bitch is alive," oozed from his mouth as his mind went into overdrive. He breathed in deep and flattened his palm onto the desk. "Looks like a storm's brewing," he mused, as he watched a bank of black tropical clouds move towards the house. He always loved clouds as they changed the colour of the ocean below. The water was liquid onyx today. Okay, she's alive, but I was technically on the other side of the world. Could not be more perfect, he smiled. A familiar orgasmic shiver rose and he felt the hardness in his shorts. That winning shiver fed his irrepressible ego. This was an opportunity to shine. He'd waited out for a couple weeks more if necessary, and keep a close eye on the news. Dolores Thomas Martini, famed and respected advocate for women affected by domestic violence, is discharged from hospital. Ms. Thomas Martini underwent extensive surgery and surgeons are confident she'll make a full recovery. The photo below the story irked him. A photo of all things. Doesn't look like she's opposed to having it taken. She never wanted to pose for me. Said I was too fussy about perfect composition. Why wouldn't she take direction? It makes for a perfect shot. You know, the rule of threes and subject placement. It's imperative. In the photo, Dolores was surrounded by medical people in scrubs. She was in a wheelchair. What a wimp. She's capable of walking. He zoomed in on the image. And who sat behind her? He's not a doctor, I can tell. Miss Dolores Thomas Martini was farewelled by the hospital's care team and CEO Marlene Sterling. It's a fitting tribute to her contribution against the scourge of domestic violence that plagues our community. Her partner, Pete Bartholomew, stands by her as she now convalesces at home. Pete Bartholomew. Her partner? She has a partner? Fuck that, he hissed. His eyes narrowed. A surge of heat rose from his feet to his gut and his head. That cow. How could she do this to me? He slammed the laptop shut. He seethed. His jaw tightened. The dentist once asked if he clenched and ground his teeth. He does, Dolores replied. That same vile anger choked him. She doesn't deserve anyone else. She hurt me. Yes, she hurt me. I'm hurt, and she must hurt more. For all her sins. Oh yes, what she did is a sin, an affront, not only to our marriage vows and to me, but to God himself. Yes, God, the one she so passionately follows. She sinned against him and she must atone for that. I did my best to free her from the burden and me from her evil ways. But like a cockroach, she didn't die. The sun that gleamed across the water descended and eventually gave up. A weak sliver of moonlight valiantly tried to buoy his mood, but the fourth scotch did the trick instead. He drank it neat to appreciate the peat's earthiness. He wasn't hungry for food, just dessert. Just desserts. He grinned. Clever wordplay, no?
It is dark compared to what you've usually written. Wasn't expecting the F-bomb. Is there any of those in here?
Just friendly.
Okay. Cool. You can vote for this. We have a link on our Facebook page that you can check out. When's the voting end?
Voting finishes on the 31st of August.
Cool. How many times have you voted, Steve?
Don't do the one.
You can only do the one legally. Remember, it's only illegal if you're caught. So, please support Jen by going and voting for this as much as possible and strong-arming your friends to vote for it too. And Jen will be very appreciative and won't use F-bombs against you. Does she use a lot of F-bombs in everyday life?
Only around me.
Is there a correlation? Thank you, Jen. Let us go to Renee. Story, he's been burnt down. Everyone, please welcome Renee.
G'day. Once upon a time, there was a squirrel named Mr. Bellybutton. Mr. Bellybutton had a terrible habit of putting mints in his ears, the meat kind. He liked how it felt and that it doubled as a snack for later. He knew it was wrong, but it felt so right. One day, Mr. Bellybutton found a long hair growing out of a mole, the kind that just has no business being that long. How did it even get so long without him noticing it sooner? It was trailing behind him about 5 meters and got snagged on a stray toothpick. He was equally shocked and appalled, thinking that he had caught a fish, which was utterly confusing given he was not fishing at the time. Mr. Bellybutton wailed a thick stream of tears in disappointment and disdain. He plucked out the hair and threw it in his bin. In a surprising turn of events, the hare also wailed and had to have a cigarette to calm down, which ultimately led to a catastrophic fire in which Mr. Bellybutton's bin was reduced to smouldering ash.
things got darker. Top that, Jen. I'm going to do spin it and wing it. So this is an improv section. We have 4 people who volunteered. Is there anyone else who wanted to volunteer who hasn't volunteered? Kylie?
Yeah.
So what happens is I call out a number. Someone's got the corresponding number. They spin the wheel. Whatever improv suggestion it comes up with, you or that person has a minute to think about it, and then they come up here and they just improv for a couple of minutes. They come up alone. There's no prompting or anything like that. So, is it the same 4 suspects? Yeah. Come on, people. Be a little bit more daring. Is anyone who wants to try it once? And we're not doing repeat suggestions, or is something new? Alright. Okay. Oh, so there's one extra person, surely. Is there somebody who's gone in and usually doesn't get called? Oh, cool. And that person is Jessie. Sorry, Jessie's one of our interns. I'm trying to convince her to come up. And it's number 4. Oh, we're getting a new person. Were you the new person? No, he's not. Oh, cool. So we're getting some... Have a spin, young man. So Bo is our most senior editor. So you get to judge and critique him now. Nah, Steve did that one. Let's roll again. Yep.
Do I get a takey backsy or are you?
No, I'm in charge now. This is where I'm in my element.
I got time.
If you do it 3 times in a row, you get to take Steve home for the night.
I've never been to the White Catholic before.
What about a liberal Catholic?
Ghosts judging humans on a reality.
Yeah, that's good. We've never done that.
All right.
So you have a minute or so to just have, think about it. Unless you want to just go straight up here and...
Judging humans, am I? Okay.
And you're a very judgmental person. You're an editor.
Okay. All right.
And you have that serial killer in the background, so you've judged humans. Oh, sorry, I said too much. Please welcome Bo.
My hit list doesn't judge humans. They're all equal there. Okay, ghosts judging humans. All right. I promise I'm thinking. Welcome back, flesh bags, and we have a great show for you tonight. Firstly, I'd like to call up Steve. Would you like to come up to the stage, please? Steve, you've been a fantastic human lately, wouldn't you agree? I don't think our voters would. I'm sorry, Steve, but when we judged you on metrics, we found that you have too much weight, about yes. When we say weight, we mean all of the weight. We mean everything. The bones, the muscle, the... Yes, but we're not about love. We're supposed to be past that. I'm sorry, but if we're judging you on our metrics, our voters have agreed that you are not really passing mustard. You're far too fleshy. And then let's talk about that horrid sound that you make all the time. It's coming from... about this here. It's a cacophony in there, Steve!
Keeps me alive.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you want to be successful in this show, then you're going about it the wrong way. How do you think you could possibly improve your chances for success here? You know, I think that might play well with our voters. So if you could work on, by next week, before the elimination round, and I do mean elimination, if you could work on perhaps moving more towards that dying suggestion that you had, you could possibly have some chances to be in the final round. I think this has been very constructive, Steve. Thank you very much. That's it. I'm done.
Well, theme was ghost and you got to die on stage, so... Steve, you and Bo should make like an Abbott and Costello routine. Or Martin Lewis. Laurel and Hardy. Laverne and Shirley. Can't believe you bring up those sounds he makes. Okay, Michelle, you got a story to tell us. Where are you? What's the story about? Me? Might someone else thinks of me? That was the theme this month too. Okay. Please welcome Michelle.
Howdy everybody. Just a quick update on the movie. I'm sure you're all wanting to know what's going on. So I got an email from Jess, my producer, last week, and it's actually quite funny because her girlfriend was getting married. I think she got married on the weekend, and what they did was they got a cardboard cutout of the groom, and the writer, Amy, took the groom out on a date or a luncheon date to see how I coped and how it feels to walk around the world with the cardboard cutout. So that's really getting into this story, I can tell you. But so we're in the first draft, and the first draft is nearly finished. I'm hoping to get an email soon that we're going to have a meeting before they send me the script, and then so hopefully next month I'll be able to give you a more bigger update. So yeah, it's all exciting. So I am writing at the moment. I've just put together I've got a talk for a parapsychology meetup group next month. So I've just been working on that, putting that together about our superpowers. And I was actually thinking about doing, sharing some information about that tonight, but I thought no, maybe next month. But I am writing Cardboard Paul Travels Again of our 2019 tour. And this day, 7 years ago, I was in Hong Kong, arriving on that second tour. So there you go. So this I started last month, so I've got a little bit more. So a few weeks before the book launch, I had an interview with the Herald Sun in their head office in the Melbourne CBD, and photo opportunity on the corner of Flinders and Swanston Streets, Melbourne. I had Cardboard Paul out and we walked across the road and jumped off and on the tram. Many people around us looked on curiously, and one person asked who the cardboard person was, and when I said it was my late husband, they didn't know what to say or where to look. The article was published on Saturday the 18th of May 2019, a week before the book launch and the day of the federal election. The article appeared on the 5th page of the Herald Sun. Not a bad effort. I believe if we didn't have the federal election, my story would have made front page news. On 25th of May 2019, 3 years after Paul had passed away, I launched my second book, Travelling with Cardboard Paul, at the Carlton Social Club. When I was thinking of a venue to host the book launch, the Carlton Social Club at Princess Park in Carlton popped into my head. I knew it was a significant choice, as Paul and I were members for years. We both followed Carlton and sat in the stands for many years watching our team either win or lose. A few months before the book launch, I was thinking of who I would like to launch the book. One day my friend Karen's name and vision appeared in my head, and I knew then to ask Karen to launch the book. I contacted Karen and dropped off a book to her place to read prior to the launch. I know Karen was meant to launch the book for me, considering that she had met Paul and was involved in two of the most momentous final events of our lives, being our marriage celebrant and our wedding renewal celebrant, and the celebrant at Paul's cremation. Before the launch on the 20th of May 2019, I had an interview with Channel 7's Sunrise and ventured into Channel 7 studios at Docklands in Melbourne with Cardboard Paul and spoke with David Koch and Natalie Barr about our travels. A few weeks prior to the interview, a videographer and journalist came out to my house to interview me and take some footage for the morning show. After the Sunrise interview at Channel 7, I walked back to my car and then a radio interview with Neil Mitchell on 3OW. I was sitting in my car in the Docklands car park, surrounded by these large buildings and chatting with Neil. It felt strange as I watched the world go by and I was telling my story. It seemed that I was having many interviews, not only from Melbourne or Australia, but also overseas. I had many early morning or late evening phone calls to the UK, Germany and other countries telling them my story. My story appeared on many radio shows and in magazines, including That's Life, both in Australia and in the UK. On book launch day, we had a huge gathering of friends, colleagues, family and old acquaintances. I had organised a photo slideshow, music that fitted in with my travels and photos of our travels. A few weeks after launching Travelling with Cardboard Paul, I headed up to Central Victoria with my girlfriend to my holiday cabin in Akron and a small country town in the Goulburn River near Alexandra. We went into Alexandra for lunch and just sitting around enjoying the food and coffee, my mobile phone rang and it was my publicist who called to tell me that my story had gone viral. I sat there in the cafe with my friend and couldn't believe it. I cried, we laughed. My inspirational story took the world by storm and my story seemed to go everywhere. In June 2019, my story had gone viral in 7 countries and 60 media outlets. And I'll not leave it there. That's only the introduction of the story.
Yeah, I was just actually remember that I was just walking past. Thank you, Michelle. Bo, do you trust my throwing?
No.
Good. I'd be more worried if I was one of these two.
Wait, stop. Give it to Steve.
Hi, he's the ghost.
Not yet, Michelle.
Am I giving it to Steve?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we want them wasted on one of you. We don't want to be killing people at work. We want to be killing one of you. Why? So, I'm giving them to Steve.
Yeah, I would have shriveled up without someone to work off. He deserves it.
Well done, Steve.
Well done, Steve.
He was a very judgy ghost. That requires an accent.
Mich-
This is my logic. Do not question it.
Yeah.
can do anything they want.
You know what I was thinking, Michelle, as you were talking? I'm being serious here, unlike Bo. You're Travelling with Cardboard Paul, that would make a really good one-person play. Because you'd have the person and the cardboard cutout to play off. So that's just what occurred to me. Anyway, alright. What are you waiting for? We're still sitting here. Marie, you have a story extract. Please welcome Marie Lukic.
Hi everyone. So this is book 2, The Fairy Enchantment, and it's the most neglected book because I've been so obsessive about book 1, Isabel, Airy Fairy Apples and the Sleepy Dragon. So I thought I'd read a little of it tonight, and so I'll read Shipwreck. Events prior to the Orange Fairy's sleep enchantment. Hilly and Bro swam up to Cathedral in the lair over a century earlier, before the dragon whelp fell into an enchanted sleep. Help! The Lady May's sinking. Hurry, it's an emergency. The mermaids are waiting, Cathedral, said Bro. We need to help rescue the sailors aboard, added Hilly. Liliangsa, the mermaid, said a gigantic wave capsized the ship, Bro explained. Cathedral agreed to help and swam out of the lair with Hilly and Bro. The 3 dragons surged through the caves and reached the sea that led to the surface kingdom. They had quite a distance to travel. When they finally arrived, they discovered the mermaid Liliangsa with long black hair and violet eyes. She sat alone on the shore with a dilapidated and drowned sailor. Hello, this man is barely conscious, Liliangsa said. Leaning over the white blonde-haired sailor on the sand, she exhaled the radiant magenta rays of the elixir of life, which flooded his entire being. He instantly stirred and rolled over onto his belly. Leaning on his elbows, he coughed up water and opened his eyes. Surprise, for the elixir is a great secret among mermaids. You saved me, lass. but I'm so worried. A frown puckered his brow, the brow of his pale face, as his bloodshot blue eyes saddened. What worries you? Asked Lily Youngster. Aboard the Lady May we had the precious cargo. What was inside? This was a huge secret. The sailors were all told to guard it with their lives. The Lady May sank, so we have failed. Tears flowed down the sailor's cheeks. The sailor stretched out his arms. Lily Youngster hauled him to a sitting position, but his pale face filled with terror. The sailor screamed and shivered, terrified. Two mighty dragons, one colossal, powerful brown dragon, another curvy, frilly grey dragon, and a smaller dragon the sailor thought likely to be a rainbow whelp, ambled along the beach and up to them in the morning light. It was a mighty sight. The sailor trembled, for he had never seen such dragons before. Calm down, no need to worry. They're my dragon friends, here to help. What's your name, sailor? Asked Lily Youngster with a flick of her teal-coloured fishtail. Why, I'm Ted. I must be dreaming. I never seen such beautiful maiden as you with violet eyes, but those there dragons are terrifying and cannot be real. Why scare the poor man, dragons? We're here to help, said Bro earnestly. Then go find the shipwreck. Check for survivors. The three dragons waded in. A series of lively waves washed over them, and they roared and chuckled. They swam some distance before ducking beneath the sea into a secret passage that led to the promontory where ships often sank. Cathedral, you're smaller than us. You're still a whelp. When you turn sideways, you can enter small spaces. You go to the ship. We're both too big to enter. Okay, I can go inside, agreed Cathedral, glancing at the broken mast, the torn sails of the sunken ship. He had explored shipwrecks with Princess Serena before. Cathedral inhaled, turned sideways, drank, and swam into the shipwreck. First he checked the captain's cabin, next the sailors' quarters, but both were empty. Cathedral opened the doors into the hold and swam down, and of course he finds a floating sailor and rescues him. Right. Thank you. It's just one of those stories, you know, it's made up of all these bits and pieces of other stories that I've kind of merged together, you know, from Year 8 stories written by kids to things, snippets I've seen on television when I was growing up, and it's kind of all merged in together. But I like Lily Youngster. And I'm hoping to get it into Eltham Bookshop soon, which is good.
Thanks, Marie. How are you going with book 3? Yeah. Yeah. Well, as writers, I don't think any of us are normal. Going to do the raffle. So if you paid to get in, you should have a raffle ticket. Is there anyone who doesn't have a raffle ticket? Personally, do you have a raffle ticket? Do you? I don't know. Yeah, does Vesna happen to have a raffle ticket? Yeah, well, I think we need it in case you win. Just in case you win. So please take out your raffle. Is there anyone else who didn't get a raffle ticket coming in if they paid to get in? So I'm pointing this at the interns. Because you don't want to be accused of nepotism. I'm killing time for Kev. Does anyone have any announcements to make while I'm shuffling? Anyone had any accomplishments in the last month? Wow. Sorry? What sort of car? Cool. How good are they? Because I had a problem with the one I bought. It's just, I could never get to where I wanted because I never find extension cords long enough to get me there. I think Shell's had an issue back there. Do you have the tickets? Okay. Imagine how bad it would look if Kev's girlfriend won.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't need one.
Okay.
They're both faces.
Okay. Yeah, alright, doesn't matter. And the winner is Kev's girlfriend. Now, wouldn't it be funny if the ticket I read out's that one? Yellow 40. Come up, Amy. Do you like chocolates? Or do you want to give them to Steve?
Absolutely.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. So we're in the last bit of the show. Is there anyone who wanted to read who didn't get to put their name up like Jesse? Anyone else? Nope. Alright, cool. Ruja. I've kept you waiting a little bit longer than usual. So I want you to hit a high point for the show and make everyone else who comes after you have such a high standard to aspire to. Please welcome Ruja.
I started writing short stories, so this was my very first one. I wrote in Croatian, sent it to Europe, and it was chosen. Then I thought, now I'll write it, translate it in English, and Crystal looked at it and thought that I should read it to you. So it's called I Feel Her. My housing estate is covered in snow. Our narrow street, the Row, is almost impassable, blanketed in brilliantly white snow. I walk from the train station, returning home from school. The fresh snow creaks under my feet, everything clean, untouched, quiet. It is 8:30 in the evening. Thousands of stars twinkle above me. Tiny snowflakes dance as they gently fall. This night is magic. I love snow. It never fails to make me happy, even though my feet are numb and my nose is a tiny icicle. Finally, I step into the apartment. Warmth surrounds me. The aroma of my favorite dinner, beans and smoked ham, fills the air. So I hurry to the kitchen, open the door, and stop, stunned. My mama, young and content, is putting food on the table. She turns around and looks at me with her beautiful, bright brown eyes. She walks towards me with a big smile. Tears pouring from my eyes like autumn rain. I throw myself into her embrace, clasping my arms tightly around her neck. I feel the warmth of her body, the beating of her heart. I don't want to let her go. I want to stay right here like this forever, because at this moment it is clear to me that this is not reality. I am dreaming. My mama has been in heaven for many years. Even in my dreams, I am aware that I am dreaming. Thank you. And it was a dream. I dreamt it 5 years before I wrote it.
So how are you finding writing short stories after writing poetry? So you'll have a collection of short stories soon. Oh, cool. Oh, well done. Congratulations. Oh, cool. And a happy birthday to your husband. So is that today or was it yesterday? Last week. Thanks, Steve. Oh, sorry. No, I thought I saw it on Facebook come up like yesterday. Maybe I just saw someone like it. Sorry, I've embarrassed myself. Fortunately, I can't get anything worse than what Bo did. Eugenia. Sorry, Bo. Somebody has to. You have some poems to read us. Everyone, please welcome Eugenia.
This poem is based on a real experience. I'm sure that people would appreciate the difficulties. This poem's called The Dealer at the Deli. My body screams, you know it's time to get back into shape. You've got to curb your impulses and check your food intake. I know the drill, I have a plan, 'cause I've been there before. I've read all the books on dieting and I know the score. Off to the shops, with list in hand, I resolve to eat more healthily. But the dealer at the deli has other plans for me. Small goods are my weakness, not to mention cheese. So I make sure my healthy list has no room for these. I circumvent the dreaded aisle, load fruit and veg into my trolley. As I head towards a checkout, but the dealer from the deli turns my tactics into folly. As I head towards a checkout, she pounces out of a side aisle, her tray laden with tempting treats, on her face a winning smile. Won't you try this pistachio mortadella? I sliced it fresh today. And this triple smoked gypsy ham, it's all the rage, they say. How about some truffle salami, handmade by artisans? And you can't refuse this new pâté, it's come all the way from France. Now, I know that if I take one bite, I'll be well and truly hooked. And just like the pâté de foie gras, my own goose will be cooked. I gird my loins, I take a deep breath, I try to walk away, but the tantalizing aroma beckons to me from the tray. The heady scent of smoky spice pervades into my senses. My stomach rumbles, my willpower tenses. Just try a tiny morsel, she croons. This slice is paper thin. Surely not to taste it would be the greatest sin. My taste buds start to tingle. I begin to salivate. Twitching like an addict's, my hand reaches for the plate. The dealer from the deli has me in her thrall. She knows with just one more tiny push that my resolve will fall. And this week, it's all on special, she says, her eyes twinkling with glee. You can take home everything, 4 for the price of 3. Well, a bargain is a bargain, what more can I say? The dealer from the deli has bought my soul today. I can highly recommend the pistachio mortadella. This one is a short one. My granddaughter gave me the words and I just made them rhyme. This is called Nigel the Naughty Cat by my granddaughter Luna. I'm so proud. But I made it rhyme. Okay, so Nigel the naughty cat made a mess wherever he sat. He liked to squish mud between his toes and to leave footprints wherever he goes. He didn't use the tray to do poo. He did it all over the house. P.U. He jumped on his owner's head and scratched her neck until it was red. He stole her dinner from her plate, grabbing her food while she ate. His owner said, "This will not do. I have to find a way to fix you." So she put Nigel in a cage, but that made him hiss with rage. And she took him to the vet to see what medicine she could get. The vet said, "Nigel needs a pill, but I don't know which one will turn Nigel into a good cat. I'll have to look for something like that. Come back and see me next week, but for now, buy him a toy that goes squeak." So the owner bought Nigel a toy to turn him into a good boy, but Nigel angrily scratched it to bits in one of his naughty fits. Nigel stayed a naughty cat forever. His owner said, "Will I get another cat? Never." And she drew a picture. There you go. Thank you very much.
I guess she's a little bit young to know what they do to naughty cats. I was going to say something. Oh, no, Kylie pointed out to me you used the word girt in the first poem. Looking pretty foolish now, aren't you? Bo, you have a story, but you're continuing. Clay.
Are people sick of me yet?
No, never. Everyone, please welcome Bo.
Steve, would you like to read this for me? I promise there'll be less of an accent on this one. This is a continuation of something I've been reading for the past couple of months. I probably won't finish it tonight, so let's just see what we get. When you're a dead thing, detached from all things, and trapped in a place that isn't truly a place, and being observed by something that you can't observe back, how do you escape that place to glimpse what's beyond? You remake yourself into something that can, and better yet, into something that holds none of that enticing bait. I took everything that I was, am, will be, just like I'd formed those worlds around me before, I balled it into a single accessory. It all bled from me. Names, faces, identities, memories, the words for things, a thin trickle of self left behind to hold the frame together, but everything else winnowed and strip-mined away. It took its own form. I no longer needed to shape it myself. A lotus with leaves like book pages, then a scampering ape with burning cinders for eyes, then a willow with drooping leaves sparkling like diamonds, this cavalcade of imagery. It looped through shapes and forms faster and faster, an imagination made manifest but drawing itself inward in a recursive loop. The forms blurred at the edges, smudged the colours, lost the sense of proportion. The thing outside was watching. I felt it reaching in, trying to take the ember of potential before it burned out. Take it, you fucking parasite. All the rest pouring in. Everything that I could put into that outside manifestation of myself. The sea was fit. Time worked less well from then. The place grew small. I found a door. It was past the thing, all the things I left out for it. I found the way out. It was it would eat. I was empty. I had no things in me. Out of the place. God arms like cords, not just with me, but with more doors. Take and take from doors past count. Eat and drink, make into its own all the time. This is what saw me, what was with me when I found my place past my life. A God with no new thought, only what it ate, spat out. What can it take from me when I have left for it all I can give? So it will not see me now. I slip through and it eats what I left for it. I see plants and apes and shapes I did not keep the word for that make up this rock form I used to love. They look much the same, but a bit wrong at times. They come out of the God. I do not know if they will be free now or if they will be drawn back in when there are no more things to eat. But I drift. I am free. I am dried out. I am only free when I have no things to give. Can I make my own place now where the arm-cord God will not drink it dry? I run and run, the deep black like in space, thoughts of far-off worlds, stars, and a thing sparks in me, something. A thought snags and unspools, and I feel closer to myself again, a trickle of water in an empty vessel. Time, such as it is, has left a long trail. I can't see its presence as anything else now. It's not a single entity, but an infinite mass of connections. The cord arms still fill the firmament all around, thick braids. It spews out images and inspirations. I see my bookleaf lotus, and I see it plugged into some new pocket of existence. It is less a god and more an engine. I'm going to leave it there.
Thanks, Bo. You could have almost read half of it as your improv, you know. Thematically, it was very similar. Got a question, sorry, it's just a total random. For people who have come up and read, how did you feel when you first had to read? Did you feel nervous and worried things were going to go wrong? Does anyone have like a horror story that they want to share that didn't actually quite come to actuality? So I'm looking at you.
If you just rewind Kev's footage back about 20 minutes, you'll just see my dead-eyed stare at the audience.
No, I'm just sort of pointing well, not pointing at anyone. And this is definitely not directed at you, Jess. I'm speaking to someone else too. There's a lot of people who are nervous to read, and with the interns, we always encourage them to read and go up there and, just go for it. 15 years ago even longer, sorry, about 20 years ago when I had to do this and Blaze had to do it when I was studying, I was always petrified about what if I mess up? What are people going to think? And then gradually I just said, doesn't matter what people think. Just come up and do what you're going to do. Reading in front of people is no different than reading in front of nobody. It's just that you put pressure on yourself because there's people there. So the people who haven't read, just screw it, go for it. Life's too short to worry about messing up in front of people who actually, are good-natured and want you to do well. And if you didn't, they're going to feel sympathetic. Anyway, sorry, that was my little speech. Richard, we got you last of all. Please welcome Richard Trember.
Thank you, Liz. Now, I know I gave a commercial last time. I said that everybody here should be barracking for North Melbourne in the AFL. Like at the time, I said that my grandson, Cooper Trembath, had been drafted to North Melbourne, but he has now played about the last dozen games, and he's been best, within the three best on the ground each time. So anyway, anybody who barracks for North Melbourne feel very self-satisfied, and anybody who doesn't will, we'll just get you. Now, to do something different, I was very flattered early to have somebody tell me that they liked all my books. I thought, my God, obviously I haven't written enough. But I thought just to be different, we'll have these two books. There's another one, but I don't know where it is. And we can have somebody who can just choose a page number, and if the person who was speaking to me before likes it, well, so much the better. But can we have somebody to choose a page number out of something? 32. 32? There should be 32 because they're both fairly slim books. You might get two very short poems or one very long one. 30. Where's 32 come? Is it after 33? 32 is on the doorstep. You live your life in idle hope without commitment, waiting always, anticipating that one day the universe will smile on you and send your long-awaited miracles and make your life complete. Patiently, you tread life's road, oblivious but ever looking for a sign, unknowing that your gift has been there all the time. and that you've been stepping over it on the doorstep. Now that was fairly short, wasn't it, Liz? So, eh? Who's the timekeeper? Do I have to bribe somebody? All right, we'll have another one. Yes? Yeah. Nobody wants the second one. 7? 7. Our winter lives. They disappear more quickly in the colder, barren climes, where snow falls steadily and covers them, 2 sets of footprints, yours and mine. The snow blends flake by drifting flake to cover them, and forms a pristine blanket, uncaring where it falls and totally without discrimination. Yesterday's snow and all the indentations which we made together in our lives are gone, with ne'er a trace that they were ever there. The winding path, the one we trod, is but a memory, a fleeting recollection of a happy time, but gone to whence such memories go. And now that is it's all a memory, and no one cares whose memory or why, for that was yesterday. But now it is another day which brings a new, fresh, pristine path which all of us can choose to take, our chance to make new footprints in the snow. The choice is ours, to write the text of our new lives on nature's clean white overlay, or, if we will, withdraw, to dwell instead upon the loss of footprints made on other days, made yesterday and gone. It matters not. Too soon the sun, God's fiery orb, will deem enough. It will be over, and all the little secrets of our winter lives will join the raging torrent as it rushes headlong down the gorge to join the summer sea.
Any Sydney supporters in here? Not anymore. So that was it for tonight. Don't feel you have to leave immediately. Hang around, grab some snacks, have some drinks, chat. The next open mic night is the 16th of the 9th, 2026. It's the first time you won't, well, you won't be here, so you haven't been here before, but a few times. You were climbing a mountain or something once. Yeah, that'll be the first time I've done it alone entirely. No, actually, I did it with Carly a while ago. You were on an anniversary Sue. You were selfishly on an anniversary Sue. Yeah, selfishly. Yeah, but you didn't invite us to the dinner, did you? We're still standing here going, well, maybe you'll get an invite still. Where did he take you, Sue? Bry Hill Fish and Chip Shop. I think they have new owners. I got a hamburger there the other day. It was spectacular. I was like, oh my God. I went during the lunchtime and they had uniforms and they were younger people. So he always had younger people in the evenings, but they were never uniformed up. So I don't know if it's changed ownership. I haven't been there for quite a while, but it was like really good hamburger. Sorry, just talking about hamburgers. The theme for the next open mic night is hamburgers. Sorry?
You should get them as a sponsor.
I should, totally. I should sponsor them for their hamburgers. Just again, before we go, anyone have any announcements, any humble brags, anything they want to talk about, books coming up, anything? It's Shell's birthday on Monday. Steve wants to know how old you are. No, I was kidding, it's both. Very old. No, not at all. You don't look a day over 40. I have to be realistic, otherwise people think I'm senile. Or senile. Alright, anyway, thank you for coming. Like I said, hang back, chat, have some snacks. See you next month.